at all this year. I am Mr. Sutton, one of the directors of bands with my cohort, Miss Mayette, back there on baritone today. And this is the Studiolo Orchestra Director Extraordinaire. What you are going to hear today is a culmination of about 8.5 months of hard work. Not only on their part, but your part at home having to hear them practice. We both know the first couple of months are rough. I think we warned everybody about that back in August. First couple of months, you're wondering, what are they playing? Are they even playing the correct instrument? Why did I sign them up for band? We know that. But now what you're going to hear today are fully realized band and orchestra. I don't call them beginning band anymore. They're 6th grade band, because in a couple of weeks we're going to be moving on to next year's advanced band, and the same thing with the orchestra over here. We're always pleased to have such a big crowd for our beginners, and before we even play a single note, all the teachers here at Salem want to thank you for your support of the music department and everything we do here. If you heard these guys at Carowinds earlier in the year, you're going to hear an even more realized group today. We hope you enjoy their progress, because I know we're certainly proud of them. Band or orchestra, you probably played something by him at one time. He passed away at the beginning of this year. I had the pleasure of meeting him, and he is one of the finest musicians and composers I'd ever met in my life. And in fact, we opened with a Smith, and we'll be closing with a Smith tune as well. So more of that to come. Our next piece is a departure. We were furious and big and heavy in the first piece. Our next piece, if you just imagine yourself at the beach is Mr. Sutton's favorite place. I never get to go because my wife is allergic to everything. So I'm mentally at the beach a lot, smelling the salt air, and most of all, listening to the waves. Our next piece, entitled Wind of the Waves, is a musical portrait of what it would be sitting at the beach, listening to the crash, the wind, and everything going on a very peaceful day at the beach. This is probably, honestly, their most difficult piece because it requires the most musicality. This is one of our pieces that we took to adjudication earlier this year, and a big departure from our opening tune. This is Wind of the Waves. We're going to get that other class right in the bleachers, and then we will be playing. Thank you so much. Represent different things. I think they're great learning tools, and they're oftentimes a lot of fun. This piece is like if you were standing in a zoo and they just decided to parade several of the zoo animals by. You're going to hear musical representations of a lot of different animals: elephants, lions, horses, and one of my favorite parts of the entire piece is our wonderfully talented flute section representing birds in a waltz. This is Animal Parade. biggest thank you goes to you guys for supporting your students in this endeavor. Students, you need to give your people a round of applause out there. We cannot do this without your fundraising support. I know no one likes to sell those flashy books or donuts or coffee, but all of that hard work that you put in as parents, getting their instruments fixed, making sure they have everything, allows us to do what we do best, which is teach and make some music with these fantastic young men and women who are budding musicians. I cannot wait to see where these guys go in the advanced band next year, and the future is very, very bright with music here at Sienna. Our final piece is another Robert W. Smith piece called The Tempest. I had several parents remark to me when I handed this to the kids that they played this when they were in school. It's been around forever, and there's a reason why, because it's awesome. This is a perfect closing piece for our concert. On behalf of Ms. Mayette, Ms. Tubiello, and myself, thank you so much for coming out here on a Thursday morning. We know this is not the most adept at concert times, but with the way our school works and everything, this is the absolute best way we can do it, and we are so thankful that you made the time to come hear us perform today. This is The Tempest.
Thank you.